What is up, guys? Welcome back. Good afternoon. I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. We are back. We are going to be doing more today on the Ls3 G35. And to be honest with you, I don't really know what we're doing. I know I have a couple things that I want to check off the list and make some more progress on, but I don't have a full-on game plan. You guys can see that I do have the new manifold out. It looks just like the other one. However, I don't know if you guys have been following when we were doing the LSZs. Me and Mike brought this one and his out to, man, it's so dark. I always do that. Brought it out to get them tuned, and we actually tested this manifold on his LS350Z. This one is actually a ported manifold. I'm not sure where he got it from, but the inside is all ported. When you look on the inside of these, there's actually like from the factory, the casting that I guess gives it strength. Well, this one, they completely got it out. So the inside is completely hollow. And we actually found out that these actually pick up about like 20 wheel horsepower just by changing the intake manifold. It's really nuts. So there's no reason why we shouldn't put it on this. He has it just sitting. It was gonna go on Nita's 350Z if we were going to be doing an LS swap, but we're not. It's going to be on this car, so that one is going to now go on here. So that's the reason why we're swapping the intake manifolds. It's going to be much better flow, pick up some horsepower with it, and yeah, so we're going to change that out. I do have the harness, as you guys saw in the last video. I want to put the harness in. Ugh, look at this. I got to clean this crap. Looks disgusting. That is not how we're gonna be leaving this, so we're gonna be cleaning that. But I wanna lay the harness out. I have these on. I think I need to put the radiator in, make some adjustments. I think we might open this up. I'm gonna show you guys what the exhaust looks like, and I'm stoked about what the exhaust looks like because I haven't even seen it. He told me it's a still-in exhaust, and that's about the most that I know about it. So we're gonna check that out. And yeah, we're just gonna kind of have a day of working on this and seeing how much progress we can make. But we need to be making progress because I want to see this thing fire up soon. But yeah, I'm stoked. Let's get into it. All right, new manifold on. I wiped everything down. I do want to like McGuire's it and make sure that it's like really shiny, but I'm gonna do that at the very end. Y'all know how I do it. I want to make sure that everything in here looks brand new after I'm done, but I'm gonna do that after this whole front end goes together. So now I think I'm gonna grab the harness. Everything here is pretty much ready to go. We're gonna put the new harness on, lay it out, and see just where everything plugs in, how everything lays. I'll kind of explain to you what I'm doing, and we're gonna go from there. So come over here and left the harness in the box. So we're gonna grab this whole thing. Everything is pretty much all connected how it needs to. You can see this little box right here is the CAN bus box. That's the one that actually has the communication with all the stuff in the car and makes it where all the gauges, the dash, all that work. So I have to take this, yeah, it's zip tied. I'm gonna cut these and then I'm gonna lay it all out and I'll explain kind of how I figured that out. All right, so laying this out, I know you guys see what's going on behind me. I gotta make sure I'm watching the FD Atlanta.
Formula Drifting took a year off, but comes back at it with our #1 qualifier, and he's going against Robert Thorne, aka the Thorn Dog. Here we go. Your big initiation there from that Monster Energy Ditto tire.
One day I'll drive that track. But for right now, I'm explaining something, so I gotta pause that for a second. Okay, have the wiring harness laid out. Want to show you. First thing I do, the big leg goes in here. It has all of the connectors. It has the white connector. It's the one that has the little box connected to it, and it has the ECU plugs. I put that in first and kind of lay out in the battery tray area because it's the easiest way that you know that once it starts to come out here, then it kind of just lays itself out for you. You can see that the longer leg obviously will go farther over here. It has the injector plugs. They look like this. This one has the injector plugs on here. This has the big plug to go into the throttle body, like so. This big one right here, you can tell it's a 3-pin, so that one's obviously the map sensor will plug into there, like so, and so on. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start plugging them all in, laying it out and making sure everything plugs in where it's respectively supposed to. And then we're going to go underneath. There is some ones behind here. These ones right here that look like this are the ones for the O2 sensors. There should be one on this side, and then there should be another one on this side. I think this one's it right here. Yep, this one's here. So that one will go down there. When we put the O2 sensors in the bungs in the bottom there, if they don't reach, we might have to extend them a little bit, but they should reach. I don't think there's going to be an issue. This stuff will tuck behind here. Then I'm going to clean it all up with some zip ties, make it look real nice, but I'm stoked. These are actually going in. So we're going to get this thing going. This right here is the coolant temp sensor. We'll plug into there. I actually have to change it. I think this one, yeah, this one's broken. Probably during transit or something, it cracked. So I think I have another one, but I'm going to replace that. And then, yeah, we're going to just plug this all in. So you guys are actually going to see a wired up car today. It's not going to run, so don't get your hopes up because we do have other things we got to do. But I think for the most part, all of this is going to be able to be wired up. Then it's just going to be buttoning up stuff. We're going to have to put the alternator in. We don't have the alternator yet because it's in the C6 at Sac Speed Shop. So I think Myke is actually picking that up on Monday. So hopefully on Monday we'll be able to put that in. But I mean, we're getting close. I'm gonna test fit the radiator today. I think I do have to pull this out of the way. I'm gonna have to get my buddy's machine to discharge this, and then yeah, I'm gonna try and button some stuff up on the inside, make it all nice and clean. I have to find the bracket for the ECU. I think it might be in there, or it might be in my cluster of crap. Too much damn VQ stuff. But the thing that's nice is in this car, I actually use the VQ one to bolt, oh, the ECU's inside, to bolt the ECU up, the Chevy ECU on it, so it'll actually be in the factory position. So it won't even look like there's anything in it. But we're gonna put that in there, and then, yeah, so time to button it all up. Go. Wiring, it's not done, not by any means, but looks super clean. Everything plugged in. There are a couple of questions that I have. There is these wires that are just empty, these wires that are just empty, and then there's wires on the back that are just empty. And I believe that those are for extra sensors. I don't know if I have to utilize them. Everything else in the engine is actually like plugged in as far as it goes. We don't have the alternator, so that's not plugged in. And I have to find my coolant temp sensor since that one's broken. But other than that, everything here is pretty much plugged in. I do have the wires that go down here, so I'm gonna have to lay underneath. I'm gonna have to put the reluctor wheel, you can see, maybe you can see, to the right of the starter. And then I have to put, there's the yellow wire that's hanging right over there that goes into the yellow spade connector. And then I believe there is also the connector for the knock sensors, one on each side. There's that one, and then there is one, yeah, it's kind of in there behind the header. That one's kind of the pain in the ass because you want to make sure that it doesn't lay on the header and get like burnt up or scorched or anything like that. So that one might be a little bit tricky. Other than that, everything else is pretty much in here. I plugged in this. This is kind of sitting here. This will go around here. We have extra wires here because if I show you, you can see it says flex fuel. So this will be for the flex fuel sensor. And then there's this big box. The other wiring harnesses that I have done before, I don't have a big box like this. So I need to see just about this, and then I have to plug in obviously the ECU and that type of stuff. But you can see it's pretty much ran, it's in here. It's, man, we are getting close. And this is like really firing me up because now I know that we are just not that far away from actually being able to put the front on, test fire it, see how it goes. So, I mean, maybe one, maybe two more videos, and we're gonna have a first startup. So I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. It's awesome to see this project coming together. But yeah, I'm gonna get the zip ties. I think I'm gonna zip tie this, make it all clean, make sure all of this is together. I do have to put, there's two back here, these single rings like this. These are actually for the grounds for the cylinder head. So I have to find bolts, and it'll be, there's screw holes like this on the back that those will go to for the grounds. All right, so everything is now all zip tied up, nice and clean, because I got to get the boss's approval.
It looks good.
Okay, good. See, okay, at least I'm doing something right. But we were just looking at these extra wires, and so I don't know what these do. However, LOJ sent me this big packet of paper, and I guess it's going to tell us what, cooling fan, relay trigger. Okay, so maybe some of these are for, like I said, either aftermarket or maybe it's fan stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of, you know, jibber jabber in here that I got to look through. But we're going to figure it out. Everything else is all plugged in. I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out the wiring through for the knock sensors so it doesn't burn on the header. And I got to take the spade connector off here. This is the one that comes on the mini starter, and I'm going to put it on that yellow wire, get this all hooked up. So all of this stuff will be ran today, and at least we'll know that the wiring stuff for the most part is done. I do want to put the ECU on the metal like ECU holder for the factory VQ one and make sure that's all cleaned up. So yeah, a couple more things we got to do. All right, bring you guys under here. You can see now I have the knock sensor on this side. I did the spade connector. If I show you through here on the starter, and then under here, this is the one. So right here is where the knock sensor is at, but it sits against the header when you put the connector on. So I moved it to the front right here, but Mike brought up a good point. We're not used to running AC, and his is gonna have an AC bracket, so this is probably on the AC bracket, so I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. When I figure it out, I'll let you know. I was gonna put it on the upper holes over here for the, I guess it's for like, depending on where the mount sits in which car, but this one right here, this hole for the screw is actually bigger than the one for the knock sensor, so I can't put it in those, so I have to figure something out. But all of that wiring's pretty much done, and then we have like this, the looms back here. This is for the O2 sensor. Hey, you know what I just realized? I haven't seen a loom for the transmission, so I'm gonna have to check that.
What?
You know how there's like the oil, I don't know, there's like some sensor on the transmission and the one for the reverse. I haven't seen it up there, so actually I have to check that while I'm thinking about it. But everything else under here is ran. Pretty much done. I was looking into these wires. I guess that these wires you can actually use a factory VQ alternator, so I can probably just like cut these back, tie them back. So that tells me that this one is probably for an aftermarket. These are probably for an aftermarket. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with these right now, but we'll worry about that later. I do have to find the loom for the transmission. That's weird, or I have to look in the directions. All right, now that we are pretty much done with this, now is the main event. I get to see what this looks like. Hold on, this thing's heavier than I thought. I'm not going to be able to record this.
I haven't even got to see it yet.
I know. Yeah, he hasn't even seen it. He ordered it, but
I specifically didn't open it because I didn't want to bring you hella little pieces. Plus, I didn't want to put this in my trash can, so I was like, if I bring you the whole box, you
then I have to put it. Well,
dude, I was good for that shit. I was taking parts in for the shopping boxes. Load everything in the back of the truck. Like, here you go.
Yep. All right, I got it out here. Let me open this up first, and then it's probably all wrapped up and stuff too.
Oh yeah, it is.
Right? Oh yeah, it's all wrapped up. All right, we're gonna unwrap it first, and then we'll show you what it looks like.
Oh, hold on. Ready? Unwrap.
Oh. My new neighbors love me. Damn, it does. X-pipe. Man, check this out. You got the glass pack.
Yeah. All that shit's gonna blow out.
All right.
It's pretty light, actually.
Hell yeah.
I don't feel like this is a true two and a half. I'm gonna check this.
Is that?
It even came with a license plate thing. We'll throw that away.
No, I'm putting that on. The Dadmobile is gonna have this and all the stickers. This man is actually gonna check it.
I am. This don't look like 2.5.
I got you.
Bruh.
2.5 on the outside diameter. We're at 2.25 on the inside.
Why do companies do this shit?
Man,
I paid fucking $1,500 for this shit because I wanted it to be 2.5 true.
oh, you're right. It's the same piping. 2.25. Well, open headers it is.
Hey, great. Now I'm gonna be down like 40 horsepower like the 350Z was.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was crazy how much we changed it. Just changing the exhaust opened up that much horsepower. Well, we're gonna put this on so that way it's not stupid loud, and then I'm sure I'll have to change it once or 5 more times.
Right there. All right. The outer is 2.5-ish.
So okay, here's 2.5. Like you said though, it's a dual.
Should be fine.
So it's definitely gonna flow better. So here's the layout. This is kind of how it's gonna go. Off the headers, down, and to a single side exit, but with the twin tip.
Only thing I wish is if they would have ran it like super close and parallel
Yeah.
to each other, like.
Yeah.
But
It's a nice exhaust though. Really nice. Better be for a lot of money.
1,400 something bucks.
Yeah.
Almost $1,500.
But when we put this on, actually, we still gotta put the drive shaft in. Ooh. Ooh, I wasn't gonna do that yet, but look at that. Stillin' true, stillin'. Damn, that's nice.
Rub it a little bit. Ooh.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, I'm glad you got me off the shelf, Big Daddy Mike. A shelf life until you came. Captain Save the Exhaust.
Hell yeah. All right, we got this exhaust. Well, the front part of it all bolted up. You can see it looks super nice under here. It's tucked up nice and high. I go up like this to the frame rail. You can see it's barely hanging down. Got all the hardware. Everything under here is going to be super sick. I'm not going to put the rest on because, like I said, I got to put the drive shaft in. And because it's staying up so high, I don't know if I'll be able to get it in after putting the whole rest of the exhaust in. So I think pretty much we're going to call it today. I don't know. Mike and I might go eat or go do something. He said he has some kind of surprise for me, or she wants to show me something. I don't know what it is, but I'm not going to vlog that. He is, so you're going to have to go over to his channel and see just what it is. So I think we're going to call it. I don't really have too much more to do. It's getting hot out here. I don't really feel like doing much more. So like I said, I think we're going to go eat or go do something and then head out over there. So hope you guys are enjoying the content. If you guys have any suggestions or have any like comments, questions, whatever, you guys know, always hit me down in the comments or hit me in the DMs on my Instagram at The Crooked King. But other than that, yeah, we're going to call it. So I hope you guys have been well. I hope your families have been well. Say goodbye, Mike. Lame. All right, much love. I'll talk to you in the next video.
You see I'm tucked away like a little cradle. I have my ankles over here. I'm like, damn, my legs are getting hot.
Yeah, hey, look at this man is in shorts.
I'm gonna have black ass ankles.
All right, that's it, y'all. We're out of here. Much love. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Bye.